I'm Batman. Hey everybody, welcome to the Road to 40, episode 121. We're about a third of the way done with the Road to 40. It's creeping up. If you could get 365, we're at 121. So if you multiply that by 3, you're at 363. So technically tomorrow's probably, right now into tomorrow is probably a third of the way through. So you've got to experience 1/3 of my year, and I'm glad that you're still here watching and listening and contributing. It's been awesome. So, I just got some weird stuff I want to talk about tonight. I don't know exactly where it comes from. Today, this is the Goodwill find of the day. I don't have a what's on the menu tonight because I didn't really get any snacks or anything. I'm trying to cut down. I like the idea of what's on the menu, but might have to turn to nasty, healthy stuff. And that's no fun. I don't want to review lettuce. Lettuce is stupid. It's actually kind of like lettuce. My Goodwill find of the day. Kind of want to wait and show you this and just ask you what you think it could be. Alright, I'll tell you this. I'll say what it is. I'll explain it and describe it to you. And if you think I'm telling the truth, then say true below. And if you think I'm lying, then say lie below. I'll tally the 2 answers, and I'll tell you who was right and who was wrong. Or 3 answers, maybe, if I'm lucky. I was at Goodwill. I find a lot of unique and fun and exciting things there, as you know. There's this glowing cube over here. I got that cube at Goodwill. What else did I get at Goodwill? Within reach. Oh, here we go. There's another one. Composition notebook, 50 cents. Unused. Checkerboard 80s style. That's awesome. I'm going to start putting the Road to 40 notes in there, I think. Although, I like spiral bound better. Okay, what else? Alright. Let's stop playing this game. What I have in front of me is a Narwhal corn figure. Narwhal corn figure. It has a rainbow tail, a purple body with blue hooves, a blue narwhal head, a rainbow mane, and a rainbow horn. Still in the packaging. That's what I found. Is that what I found today? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow and find out. True or false? Narwhal corn. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow? I didn't do a what if yesterday, and I forgot. And all the dinosaurs were back. Or your house suddenly... No. Yeah, the dinosaurs are back. Like, nothing else changes, but there's now dinosaurs. Their frequency is pretty relative, we're going to say that we haven't been able to remove them. This is the first day. You wake up, there's dinosaurs everywhere. Well, wherever they would be. It's kind of like seeing wildlife, I would imagine, except you can see a lot more of it from a distance. I don't see a deer every day. So would I see a T-Rex every day? You know what I mean? Like, was it that insane back then? So overpopulated that there was just dinosaurs everywhere, or is it as though it is now, like where there's creatures? I guess not. I guess their numbers must have been similar to our own numbers now. Maybe not that many people, because we have a stupid amount of people. If you put that amount of dinosaurs on the planet, I guess it all depends on size and shape and stuff like that too. But generally speaking, the world of dinosaurs at its peak, no period, just in your mind what dinosaurs are, all come back. You got raptors and T-Rex and Brontosaurus and all this just suddenly, boom. What would you do? This idea originated from a question about what extinct animal would you like to bring back. And I thought, well, it would have to be worthy of being brought back, too. There'd have to be a reason for it. Could it save the human race? Could it help the human race? I mean, that's kind of selfish, but this is a hypothetical question. So, that being said, sometimes you gotta let that shit go to the side. I guess I just hunker down at first until like we don't know which way it's gonna go. You know, do the dinosaurs take over and just start eating people, and the military can't keep up with them, or do they shy away from humans, or like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe not shy away. I don't think they would shy away because they were the ultimate predators at the time. They kind of ruled the roost. So, I guess getting from your front door to your car would be an interesting little adventure every morning if society continues. I would imagine it would end very soon after the dinosaurs, unless we found a way to just wipe them out. Interesting topic tonight. This one is highly intelligent. I don't know. I've always been fascinated with dinosaurs. I know a lot of kids are. I was really into dinosaurs. The first pictures I ever drew, there's a T-Rex and a Brontosaurus, I believe, or Stegosaurus, or Stegosaurus, I think. And I still have them somewhere. I was 2 years old. That was the first thing I had drawn. And obviously, it's horrible, you know. But like that was like the first thing that I have, I should say, that I drew. I'm sure I drew before. It was just horrible stuff. But yeah, dinosaurs. I loved it. I knew all their names. I still know a lot of their names. Like, I read the kids' books to them some nights about dinosaurs. I'm like, oh, that one. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah. And the Mesozoic period, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Hunker down. I guess it'd be kind of like a zombie apocalypse on a grander scale. Or maybe not a grander scale, but a different challenge. Like, you don't got to worry about getting bitten. Or eaten or torn apart by a zombie. You gotta worry about, like, dinosaurs. I don't know. Be kind of neat. Good way to go out, I guess. If dinosaurs suddenly appear, I'd be like, wow. Well, that's what they looked like. That's how big they were. Now it makes sense to me. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. But Jurassic Park, I've mentioned this before, is one of my top 10 movies of all time. And for the magical moments with the dinosaurs in that movie, like, being a kid, if you'd shown me that at, 4, well, I probably would have cried and pissed myself. But the mentality of me at 4, I don't know if that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. I would have lost my mind. I would have cried, like in tears of joy, most likely. Because in your head and in the books, that's all you have to go by. And like when I saw Jurassic Park, I knew that everybody had the general same feeling about how things looked, because like, or at least that's how I felt. Like when I watched them, I was just like, shit, that is exactly what I would picture a brachiosaur to be like, or a T-Rex, or so on and so forth. I don't know, but that was a very magical moment in history. So dinosaurs, like I said, have always held this little special place in my heart, not just since Jurassic Park, but since late 70s. What fantasy weapon would you wield if you could? Any sci-fi or fantasy weapon. I mean, there's no question that most people I know that are nerdly sci-fi fans, like myself, and fantasy fans. I mean, I couldn't imagine not going with a lightsaber. Like, there's a lot of fantasy weapons I would love to possess, and like guns, like the rail gun from Predator, or some of the guns from like newer sci-fi movies. Like, just so crazy some of the stuff they have. However, nothing will ever beat the elegance of a lightsaber. Just, I don't know. There's just something that defines a genre almost for me. Like, if I think of sci-fi, there's a few things that come to mind immediately. Robots, lightsabers, and like space travel. Like, that's what I think of for sci-fi. I know it doesn't have to be. I know that Star Wars is considered, well, as Chris and I talked about on episode 100, the dude abides. we could consider Star Wars more of a fantasy than a sci-fi, but it's got more of the sci-fi elements in it for me. Spaceships scream sci-fi. Spaceships never in my mind scream fantasy unless I think of Star Wars. But yeah, I think I've told you guys this before. If I had 3 wishes when I was a kid and I couldn't duplicate wishes, I would want to fly, the ability to fly. At the time, it seemed really cool. I'd certainly be awesome to fly around. 2, the embarrassing one is a wrestling belt, which I did eventually get. And yeah, I do wear it from time to time. You want to talk about it? When I'm getting changed, the door's locked. Shouldn't confess these things. But, and the third was a lightsaber. I'll remember that till the day I die. Like being whatever age it was, probably right around Empire. And being like, yep, I want a lightsaber. In my lifetime, I must possess a lightsaber. And a lifesaver. But the lightsabers, man, the ones they make nowadays are pretty cool. Like, they certainly aren't a lightsaber, but they're fun. Like the kids and I have some, and we play with them, and they're fun. Like you feel, especially at night, you turn the lights off, it's heavenly. I wish all my lights in my house were just lightsabers. Like I wish I was like some crazy Jedi assassin and I just collect lightsabers and use them as lights at night. Wouldn't that be cool? I would not killing Jedis, but lightsabers. I was in the parking lot at Kroger getting groceries the other night, and one of the guys working there, I don't like talking to people. I like talking to you guys. I like talking to you if you guys are here. I don't like talking to people I don't know. I'm not good at it. Like, Carol would say I'm amazing at it. Like, but in a case like that where, oh shit, what was I just talking about? Lightsabers and swords and ninjas and pirates and... Dang! I hate when I'm on a roll and I get sidetracked by something. Fantasy weapon, lightsaber. Kids and I playing with lightsabers. Anyway, this just happens all the time. I'm going to have to start editing these out. The problem is it just takes... to import it into Premiere, trim out the pieces I want. I end up inevitably finding little things that I could splice here and there to make it sound or look better or whatever. Play with the volume. And before you know it, I've spent like more time than I should spend on it. Like, this is a fun thing. Like, if I was getting paid to do this, these would be, well, I don't want to say amazing, but I know Premiere pretty well, and I feel like I've used it enough now that it would take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things, but I'm just about there, and I think I can make some pretty cool looking videos. It's just a matter of time. When you get 3 kids and a band and a store, we got to start playing out. That's what I'd love to talk about, is like our shows. You know what? Let me cut this right here. I know I got off on a tangent, but definitely what fantasy weapon. Yeah, let me show. Oh, I do want to show you the art before we go. What fantasy weapon? Dinos, 3:45, 4:45, 1 hour and 15 minutes. We were just doing time today, Grace and I. I never get to see. I was doing this last night. Actually, let me show you a few of the other things first, because they're okay at best. This was an interesting one. I don't know where this was going. He originally had a pipe, and I turned it into a glass, and I do have to fix his thumb. I do realize this. And I started using newer techniques on parts of it that I'd learned for myself over the last few months, or just I felt more comfortable doing, and I thought it came out really good. Then I did... No. Let me just show you. I like this guy a lot. He's going to be friends with Block of Corn if I ever do a series. I think I may have mentioned him, but I don't know if you've ever met Lucifer yet. I finished it with the marker last night, and I redid a little bit of the ink, and the forehead I smoothed out a little bit, and Unfortunately, I still can't get the darker that I want in between the fingers, but it's not. It's not. I'll just go over it again with another coat at some point. I love Blucifer. I kind of wish I had a free arm to put Blucifer on, so I could say, and I could put like one with a. I don't know. So I got a little carried away today, and then I failed miserably. I kind of wanted to put his halo broken on his head. I don't know why he has a loincloth. I do like the hooves, though. That's why I think he'd be friends with Blockacorn, because they have hoove issues. You know? I really like drawing, man. I would hate to ever have to not draw. If I said that right. That'd be disappointing. Thank you guys for always coming back to these. If you love these, like I like making them as much as I love making them. Subscribe. Pass them along to someone who may enjoy watching this. 39-year-old in a room alone. Thanks for always coming by. Seriously. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow, today, yesterday, and I'll see you next week. Let's make the world spin a little happier. I'm Jason Oliver, and this is The Road to 40. Thanks for coming by.